about what to do about these student loans that are about to go back into repayment. Hey everyone, I'm Elena, and I don't know about you, but September 1st is around the corner and interest is about to start accumulating on your public student loans. And in October, payments are about to start. So if you have been enjoying the summer and haven't really been thinking about your student loans and you need to figure out what to do quickly, then keep watching. Okay, so by this time, everybody should know that student loan interest is about to start on September 1st of this year. So this is 2023 as of the recording of this video. And there are a lot of things that has happened since the last time we have been required to make a payment on public student loans. The last time we were required to make a payment was way back in March of 2020. And for some people, they didn't even have to make that payment. First thing you should do is see if your student loan servicer changed. I know for me, mine's changed. I did get a letter in the mail. I did open it to see, the overall workings of what was going on, but then I just put that letter back in its envelope and put it to the side because truthfully, I was not happy about who my student loan servicer was changing to. I love my student loan servicer. Not that I love paying them, but I like them. And so to switch, I wasn't too happy about it because I didn't hear good things about the company that I'm with now. But the first thing you need to do if you haven't set up your account with them is go online and set up an online account. It's 2023. Set up an online account with your new student loan servicer so that you can make sure that they have all of your contact information. Because the last thing you want to happen is that you maybe miss the first payment or anything like that because you did not set up your information. And most student loan servicers, I can speak for mine, definitely reached out. They emailed me multiple times. They sent me some mail. So they definitely reached out to let me know who they were and how to set up my online account. So make sure that you first set up your online account. The next thing you will really want to do is update any information that they need to know from you. So for some people, it's going to be your income, especially if you're on an income-based payment plan. I'm more so on a graduated plan, and so because I'm on a graduated plan, they didn't ask me for income, but I did need to make sure that they didn't mess up the plan, because one thing I did have down pat was how often my payment status will change. Now, for some people, your financial situation has completely changed since the last time we were required to make payments. For some, maybe it went up, you're making more money. For others, you may have had a decrease in pay. Make sure that you update your income information, okay? Now, I know most of the time they want a copy of your previous tax return. So if you filed already for 2022, make sure you send that to them. If maybe you filed an extension or something like that, I know they typically want the most recent tax return, but check with your servicer and see if they are willing to take maybe 2021. If not, you gotta get them taxes filed so you can make sure that they have the correct information on file, especially if your income decreased and you're on an income-based payment plan. Do not play around. Go ahead and let them people know how much money you make now so that you're not making payments that are more than what is required for your income level. Also, there's a new payment plan out there called the Save Plan. I can do a video about it another time, but certain incomes qualify for this plan, so you may qualify for the Save Plan, and it actually may be a better plan for your situation. So go ahead and apply for it, see if it fits your situation, so you won't be facing too much strange once payments start back up. Now, as I previously mentioned, interest starts on September 1st. So don't forget that the interest is compound interest, so it's going to build on top of each other. So it's a good time to kind of look at your account, look at what your balances are, and that's something you want to make sure is correct too. Make sure the balances that transferred were correct. We don't want you to have any extra balances because we didn't have any interest, right? So it should look exactly the same as what it was if it's a public student loan in March of 2020. So check out your interest rates. Make sure you have an idea of where you stand. a lot of the servicers are providing an estimate of like what your payment would be, especially if you graduated during the pause. Since the interest is starting on September 1st, one thing, especially if you're one of those people who are focused on paying your loans off and you really want to make sure that you're attacking the interest, then it's a good time to look at how much interest is already accumulated. I know a lot of people focused on paying down their interest during the pause, but if you didn't, look and see how much interest is accumulated. It's also a good time to understand with your new servicer, if you have a new one, how your extra payments go to principal. So with my previous servicer, I could actually just set it on their website and say like all extra payments go to principal. And so they knew, do not apply any payments to my interest. For my new servicer, I have no idea. So that's something that I have to look into, and that's something you should also look into, because what you want is that your extra payments are going to help knock down that principal, which will in turn make sure that you're not accumulating as much interest on your loan. Now, you should be receiving a statement sometime in September, so make sure you stay on the lookout for that, depending on the method in which you choose to receive your statements, because you want to make sure that the numbers are right, make sure you're not going to be caught off guard or anything like that. Also, if you're one of the people who are willing to allow for your student loan to be auto debited so that you receive that lower interest, then make sure that your bank has your correct information. So I know for sure I have definitely changed banks since we started. Has my bill account changed? You know what? I need to check for myself also, because I feel like my bill account has changed since the pause started. So that's something I need to make sure of. And you also make sure that they have the right banking information, especially if you're trying to get that 0.25% reduction on your interest. One thing I will say is do not be afraid to reach out and ask any questions of your new servicer, especially if your situation has changed. Like I mentioned before, definitely want to make sure you apply for the correct payment plan that'll fit your situation, but then also make sure that you reach out to them if you need like a forbearance or anything like that. Now, with forbearance is not interest free, but you know, everybody's situation is different, and you want to make sure that you don't get in a worse situation because of your finances. I know a lot of people who were able to get out of default during the pause because of the credit that they were receiving for making payments. So just make sure that you reach out to them. And the last step that I would say you should do in preparing for this payment pause, when I went onto my servicer, I was truly able to see what my new payment was. Now, if you're not sure, or if you're applying for like a new payment plan, there might be a little bit of a delay. But what I will say is in September, go ahead and set aside your October payment if you have the means to. And the reason why I say this is, you know, I love talking about getting a month ahead, and this is going to help you to be able to already have that money going into October. So it's just like one less thing that you have to worry about, but then also it'll help you start the process of getting a month ahead on your bills, because every month you'll already have the payment for the next month. So I hope my quick steps are pretty easy for you, especially if you're about to go back into this federal loan repayment. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. And with any comments, share this with your friends. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I will be dropping more videos on a regular basis, and I will see you next time with an all new video. And if you want to know about getting a month ahead, then go ahead and check out this video right here.